On a picture-perfect 82-degree day, we welcome you to Jefferson City, Tennessee, as Carson-Newman hosts Trevecca Nazarene. Matt Scalzo with you. Glad you could join me on this Sunsplash Saturday evening on the Eagles Sports Network. Both teams entering on a two-match winning streak led by their stars for Trevecca Nazarene. It's Anna Farrell. She scored both deciding goals in the win over Kentucky Wesleyan during the week, one in the 60th minute and in the 66th minute, en route to a 4-2 win over Kentucky Wesleyan. Trevecca Nazarene sits at 2-1 on the season. As for Carson-Newman, it's Molly Buckowitz, the star up the middle. She's been on an absolute tear as of late, had her first career brace against King, and in those past two games, she has put up 5 tallies, 3 goals, 2 assists, and Carson-Newman winning in both of those contests, outscoring their opponents 9-1, a 5-0 win at King during the week, and a 4-1 win over North Greenville last Saturday, and they'll look to keep things going today. 3 goals in the last 2 games for Buckowitz. She's been an absolute problem and the attacking third for teams. And as we look now at the team stats among these two teams, relatively even. Of course, the goals, the big difference, 9 goals over the last 2 matches for Carson-Newman. And then in the assist, 9-3 in favor of Carson-Newman. They've been rolling in terms of build-up play and assisting on a lot of goals as well, which Simon Duffy loves to see in his 9th season at the helm. Carson-Newman also 2-1, trying to get off to another good start this season against Trevecca Nazarene. Carson-Newman leads all-time 3-2-2 and have won 3 of the last 4 meetings against the Trojans. We got National Anthem coming up, and then it's kickoff from McCowan Field on the Eagle Sports Network. Welcome back to McCowan Field. Carson-Newman and Trevecca Nazarene about set to get underway in this out-of-conference clash in women's soccer. Doubleheader today in Jefferson City. The men's team will open sack play against Catawba following the conclusion of this contest. Last year's meeting was decided by one goal, a 1-0 win, and a winner from Selena Yude in the 52nd minute to propel Carson-Newman to the 1-0 victory. Carson-Newman is 3-0-1 in the last 4 meetings against Trevecca Nazarene. The 1-0 win a year ago. Then the prior meeting to the 2024 was last in 2021 and played to a 1-1 draw. And then a 3-1 win and a 2-1 win before that. And in this series, 4 of the 5 wins have all been decided by 1 goal. That 3-1 win for Carson-Newman, the lone outlier. And as both teams get to the field, we'll take a look at the starters. First for Carson-Newman on the back line, Irish Miles, Iris Palestadter, Kendall Garber, and Annika Fenn. Palestadter moving back to her natural position of center back as Alana Corbett is out for today. Then in the midfield, there's Felicia Frick, Selena Yude. Malia Kim makes her first start of the season, and Ellie Leander. And up front is Alicia Teske and, of course, Molly Buckowitz. As for Trevecca in the back line, Maria Luisa Rocha, Danny Witzman, Paige Long, and Noelle Garcia are the 4 at the back. In the midfield, there's Lainey Callis, Annie Mitra, Riley Kate Collins, and Haley Wilkinson, with Kaylee Manners and Anna Farrell up front. In goal for Carson-Newman, Berna Kabachi and Bailey Fiore. For Trevecca Nazarene, who's in their road purple. Carson-Newman in their home whites. Trevecca will kick off, heading from right to left in this first half. And opening through ball goes out of play from Haley Wilkinson. And Annika Fend wearing the captain's armband today. Looks to get things going for this Carson-Newman Eagles team that has gotten off to a fast start, outscoring their opponents 9-1 across their 2-match winning streak, 4-1 against North Greenville and 5-0 during the week against King on the road. And Trevecca will play to their back line. It's controlled by Rocha. Deflected out of bounds off of Teske. Last non-conference matchup for quite some time for both of these teams before they get into conference play. Carson-Newman in the SAC and then Trevecca in the GSC. Another throw-in coming. This will come from Miles. Flicked up ahead. Now settled down by Paige Long, who is making her 50th career start for Trevecca Nazarene. Some space in the middle. Long through ball is just out of reach for Kaylee Manners, making a run. Swallowed up by Kabachi for Carson-Newman. 34th career start for Kabachi between the pipes. Made a career-high 12 saves in the season opener, a 1-0 loss to Union. As Garber settles it across to Fend. Popped up in the middle where Buckowitz heads it along. Leander tangles with Callis. And Frick reads the pass beautifully, threads it through to a running Teske on the far side. Thrown back into the middle and taken away by Wilkinson. Garber steps in, and now Fend pushing up into the attack. Long through ball looking for Buckowitz. It is out of her reach and goes back for a goal kick. Matthias Mello at the helm for Trevecca Nazarene in his first season as a head coach. Picked up his first career win in a 1-0 win over Young Harris earlier this week on Tuesday. Goal kick brings a chance for the Trojans, and it'll set up a corner kick, as that was Farrell on the charge. Looks like Rocha will have the corner kick for the Trojans. Lifts it in, goes off the crossbar and settles down in the box, and it's kicked out of bounds by Carson-Newman. Sets up a throw-in as Manners has it. Kim tangled up, blocks a shot attempt from Mitra. And now Fend has it on the back line. Flicks it upfield looking for Leander. Early 5 minutes, possession has been mainly filled by Trevecca. Had the first opportunity of the match on the corner kick. Fend with a nice defensive play towards that through ball. And now a through ball on the opposite side with some space on the charge is Garcia. Garcia, flag goes up, and it is offside. Simon Duffy shouting out instructions. 9th season at Carson-Newman for Simon Duffy. Looking for his 3rd consecutive win on the season. Trying to get off to another strong start as he did last year. 4-1-1 a year ago. Best start since 2017 when they started 0-5-1. Or 5-0-1, excuse me. Through the midfield. Ball pops up to a running Malia Kim. Coming over to close that off is Paige Long. Now up the near side comes Manners. Splits past Fend and Buckowitz. Finds Anna Farrell. 2 goals against Kentucky Wesleyan in the most recent 4-2 win. Looking for Manners on the through ball, and it was offside. No official shots on goal yet. Fend off the restart. Sends it upfield. Wilkinson heads it away. Cleared into the midfield where it settles with Mitra. Farrell settles and returns it back to Mitra. Cross field, trying to find Garcia on the other end. A little too much juice on it. Trickles out of play. Miles will have the throw in. Carson-Newman will start this build-up from the back. Miles, Palsdotter, Garber, and Fend, the 4 defenders for Carson-Newman. Soft through ball through the middle, looking for Buckowitz. Cleared out of bounds by Danny Witzman. Making her first start of the season after appearing in 14 games as a freshman last season. Fend with the throw-in. Looking for a chance in the final third. Fend gets the return back. Shielding Witzman. Gets it back to Selena Yude. Trying to swing one into the box, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Fend will have it again. Directing traffic. Pops up in the box. Teskey charged at it. Cleared out and eventually popped up field by Mitra. It'll be a throw-in for Carson-Newman. Throw-in goes towards Buckowitz down the near side. And it will be a corner kick for Carson-Newman as Callis was jousting with Buckowitz and eventually goes out of bounds. Frick will have the corner chance. Sets up with her right foot, her left foot. Sends it in, swinger into the box. Cleared away. Comes back to Frick. Another chance. Going for the far post. I was looking for Pallasdotter. And a goal kick for Trevecca. A nice job by Paige Long, who had the initial clear with her head on the first corner chance from Frick. And now another long through ball. Mitra finds Garcia behind the defense, and she just misses wide. That's been a chance of opportunity for Trevecca. Attacking Irish Miles on the far side down the wing has been Noelle Garcia. A freshman from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And her first career start against Young Harris earlier this week. Gets the nod once again. Already a little pep in her step. Has had the best chance thus far for either side. Working it from the back, it's with Garba. Trying to curl one up towards the midfield. It goes out of bounds for a throw-in. It'll be with Witzman. Finds Manners. Bumped off by Garber. Trying to play a give and go with Buckowitz. It's pushed off out by Witzman, and it'll be a goal kick for Carson-Newman. About 12 minutes gone by. Garber working with Fend. High upfield. Yude tumbles over Witzman as it comes to the back line with Long. Buckowitz pressures Wilkinson. Lifts it upfield. A bouncing ball now finds its way to Teskey with some space down the far side. Leaves it off for Miles. Charging after it. Joining the attack. Miles gets some space with the right foot into the box. Over the head of Buckowitz. Stays with it. And eventually cleared away by the Trojans. Not as too far as Frick still controls. Plays it back to midfield with Garber. Up ahead to Yude and back outside. Long through ball up into the box. That was Fend looking for Buckowitz. Rather was Leander in the box, and so here comes Trevecca from the back line. Mitra through the midfield, finds Farrell. Up ahead, a chance for Manners. fend off the free kick, drives it upfield. Through ball to Teskey, who's stumbling behind, and charging out of her own net comes Fiore to scoop it up just inside the 18-yard box. Fiore will roll it out to Wilkinson. Clipped up ahead and sets up a throw-in for Carson-Newman. Miles will pick it up. Both teams start to fuel one another out, and it's been the long through ball that has created chances for Trevecca. Best opportunity came from Garcia. Had the first shot registered, but it was off target. As we approach the 30-minute mark in this first half, about 15 minutes gone by. Both teams with 2 consecutive wins in a row. Carson-Newman has blitzed its last 2 opponents, 4-1 over North Greenville a week ago in the home opener. Simon Duffy wishing every match could be his home opener. He's had so much success in those. And then a 5-0 win against King during the week. As for Trevecca, 1-0 win over Young Harris. And then 4-2 over Kentucky Wesleyan at home on Thursday in what was Trevecca's senior night. 4-2 final. As the Trojans continue to control from the back line. Building up their possession. Teskey nearly got in front of one. And just touched out of bounds by Yude on the tackle. Short throw-in from Farrell, returns it back to Rocha. Garcia couldn't settle it down, and Garber pinches in. Miles heads it along to Teskey. The return feed on the overlap. Miles pinches in against Rocha and goes out of bounds for a Trevecca throw-in. No substitutions yet for either side. Teskey. And now Garcia in there. Frick last touched it as it trickles out. There is Farrell, 2 goals in the win against Kentucky Wesleyan. Dangerous pass to the back line. Wilkinson stays with it, was hounded by Buckowitz. Along the far side, Rocha returns it into the middle with Farrell. Sets it back, and a through ball from Callis, who was looking for Manners, and easily defended by Annika Fend, a senior out of Germany. Kabachi off to Garber. Yude has tracked back to try and initiate from the back line. Leander plays it back to Yude. Tries to switch field. Easily defended by Trevecca. As Miles tracks back. Palestado, who's at center back today with Corbett out, plays it forward. Leander with some space in the midfield tries to thread a through ball towards Buckowitz, who's called offside. Simon Duffy with some encouraging words, feels better with that attack. Free kick coming from Wilkinson, just outside her own box. Garber kicks it along, settled down by Buckowitz. For Kim, through ball ahead to Buckowitz, and charging out is Fiore. to stop any thought of a chance for Molly Buckowitz. Had her first career brace against King on Wednesday. And goals in the 14th and 23rd minute. Buckowitz again attacking. This one popped up by Leander. Settled down by Callis. Garcia plays it through. Manners behind the defense. One-on-one with Kabachi. Manners pushes it wide. And some substitutions coming in for Trevecca. It'll be Christina Escudero. She'll be taking out Riley Kate Collins. First substitution made. And as we get back underway, goal kick for Carson-Newman. A little give and go between Palestadter and Kabachi. Comes all the way back to Fiore on the other end of the field. Mitra settles in the middle. Long plays it forward up to Farrell. Tracking back towards the defense, and Long will reset it back with Fiore. A netminder for Trevecca. As we near 20 minutes gone by in this first half. Both the best chances of this contest thus far have come from the Trojans. Both Manners and Garcia within the 18-yard box weren't able to find its way on cage on either of those shots. Stays scoreless on international night at McCowan Field. Of course, a plethora of international players on this Carson-Newman squad. Fend pushing up through the midfield, looking for Buckowitz, who pushes on Paige Long, and Long stumbles down and draws a foul against Buckowitz in the attacking third. Talked about it being international night. 7 different countries represented with this Carson-Newman team. And we'll see another substitution, this time at the back line for Trevecca, as Evie Hainline will come in for Paige Long. Iceland, the most represented country by Carson-Newman, with 3 players hailing from Iceland. Frick with a strong defensive job. Bounces it off of Escudero, who has just checked in. Comes to the back line. Possession relatively split, 52% in favor of Trevecca thus far. Carson-Newman's been building up possession as of late. As Garber charges, looks to play it forward to Buckowitz. It goes to the back line and settled back to Fiore, who pitches it upfield. Down the line, Fend swings it in with her right foot. Popped up, and Fiore climbs the ladder. Just an in-swinging cross. Not sure if that would go down as a shot. Looks like it was headed off of Callis. To Fiore, and Wilkinson with it again. Now with some space. Charging up comes Hainline. Through ball is headed away by Miles. Teskey unable to keep it in play. There'll be a throw in for Trevecca. Simon Duffy barking out instructions from down below, asking for a change up front with Selena Yude pushing forward a bit more potentially. A good tackle, springs a chance. That was Leander. Long through ball, trying to find Teskey on the other end. But Fiore quick to react from her own net.
Don't let her back, Molly! Don't let it back! Come on, Selena.
Played through the middle and just clipped out of bounds by Farrell.
Good, don't let her back, yes? Don't do all that running just to let her play it back. Well done.
Throw in coming from Carson-Newman. Down the near side, headed back out of bounds. So they slowly trudge along forward. Fend will have the throw in as we cross under 20 minutes to go in this first half. No score for either side. Best two chances have come from Trevecca. Unable to capitalize in the attacking third. It was Garcia first, and then Manners was one-on-one with Kabachi. Unable to find its way on target. But as of late, it's been Carson-Newman that's had the slow build-up play through the midfield. Haven't been able to be as clinical in the attacking third with the quick reactions and aggressiveness out of the cage. Kylie Bradshaw comes in for Noel Garcia. And then Katie Whiting comes in for Trevecca as well. As Kaylee Manners comes out. So change up front for the Trojans. No changes thus far for Carson-Newman in terms of their subs. Slight switch up front as Selena Yude has started to push forward a bit more. And Fend. Some more aggressiveness. Pushing into the midfield. Fend stays with it after taking it away. Plays it back to Palestadter. And the switch up across to Miles. Clips it along, looking for Teskey, and it's just a little out of reach. As a sub will be coming in up front. Krista Nielsen will be coming in for Alicia Teskey. Nielsen, one of three players from Iceland, the junior. Palestadter, one of the other starters from Reykjavik. And then Inga Sigurdardottir, a freshman, completes the trio of Icelandic players. Wilkinson, quick to react, defends, and fires it out of bounds. Possession will go the way of Trevecca on a throw-in. Comes back to Palestador. And retreats towards her own end. Hounded by Farrell. Doesn't have any option other than to kick it out of play. And so now sets up a chance for Trevecca. Already in the attacking third. Escudero back to Whiting. Pair of subs that have come on for Trevecca. Floated back into the box, and it's an easy handle for Kabachi. Will go down as a shot for Danny Witzman. Miles gives it back to Palestador. Frick tracks back and draws a foul against Farrell. Palestador will switch play to the near side with Garber as she comes across midfield. Malia Kim, one of the SAC players to watch, just made her first appearance against King on Wednesday. Picked up a goal in the 5-0 win for the Eagles. The back line, and Trevecca handles it out of play. That was Hainline at the back. Now it comes into Yude. Trying to find the run of Nielsen. Cleared all the way back to midfield with Miles. Under 15 minutes to go, 2/3 of the way through this opening half. 0-0 the score. Carson-Newman's been a fast team this season as Peyton Wilkinson will come in place of Anna Farrell up front. Peyton Wilkinson, the older sister of Haley Wilkinson. Short throw in from Rocha as Mitra loops it up ahead, and it goes up into the crowd. Sets up a throw in. Garber finding her way past Whiting. Settles it with Fenn with some more space, and now Kim turns and charges upfield. Plays it forward, and no one on the other end. Be a goal kick for Carson-Newman. Irish Miles and Ellie Leander will come out. In place of Miles will be Carly Pettit. And then Brooke Bolton will come in up front in place of Leander. Let's get going out of the goal kick. Popped up ahead to Frick. Bolton settles it back, and Yude pops it up ahead to Frick. Working along the far side. It goes out of bounds. Just touched out by Rocha with a nice tackle. Thrown into the box. Turning, a chance for Carson-Newman. That just out of reach for Buckowitz. Fend pushing upfield. Forces Whiting back. And Wilkinson works slowly up ahead. Rocha with a nice move. Finds some space. Turns away and lays it back to Wilkinson. Fiore up ahead. Slow build-up play from the back line. That is been the standard for both of these teams. That pass up ahead from Wilkinson couldn't be settled down by Whiting. And now Bolton, who's come in. Called for offside by the look of it. Free kick coming from Wilkinson. Sends it long upfield. Into the middle, Garber heads it away. Up to Bolton. Tries to chest it down, now finds some space. Bolton to Buckowitz. Tries to feather a through ball up ahead and handled away by Wilkinson. Mitra give and go with Whiting through the midfield. Fend the first one to it. Comes back to Kabachi. Kim able to settle one. Palestiner switches to the near side with Garber as we cross under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Dangerous pass up ahead. Deflected towards Pettit. Sent out of bounds by Trevecca. Throw in coming from Pettit. Bolton in the midfield. Lays it back to Frick. Trying to get it up ahead to Buckowitz. Off the deflection, it comes to Kim. Fend, who has been active from her wing-back position, trying to play it up ahead towards Buckowitz. Garber has a tough time with it. Wilkinson from a long way out. Might have caught a deflection. And her shot blocked as it went caroming towards Kabachi. Frick plays it off of Bradshaw. And Pettit with the throw in on the far side. Tangled up in the midfield. That was Buckowitz, as down is a Trojans player. Not sure who it is. It is Maria Luisa Rocha. She pops back up. The clock continues to tick down, under 8 minutes to go. Pettit off the quick restart, has to send it back to Kabachi. Drives it upfield. Headed along by Yude. Sent back into the midfield. Garber with a soft touch, pops it up to Frick. Tries to initiate an attack. Sent in towards the middle, bouncing ball. Yude trying to get on towards Cage, and a nice job defensively, Danny Witzman shielding Yude from the ball and giving time for Bailey Fiore to scamper out and scoop up the loose change. Punted upfield, nice touch to settle it down was Escudero. Bradshaw Try and initiate a chance. Strong challenge from Pettit. Pushes it out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Last off of Bradshaw. Some substitutions being made. As Hannah Case will come in place of Lainey Callis. Case, a senior out of Bristow, Virginia. Picked up an assist against Kentucky Wesleyan on the game-winning goal from Anna Farrell in the 60th minute. Farrell added another in the 66th minute. And a 4-2 win for Trevecca. That was on Thursday. Some battling in the midfield. Ends in a free kick opportunity for Trevecca. Wilkinson lifts it upfield, headed along. Kabachi claims it. Go down as an opportunity. That was headed on by Escudero. And on the other end, Fiore lays claim to another long through ball from Carson-Newman. Two saves made by Kabachi in this first half. Kim flicks it along. Frick charges after it and sends a long through ball up ahead. And once you know it, back there for Trevecca. Bella Fiore, who has had a busy day in terms of playing those long balls. Hasn't been tested too much in terms of shots. A couple of corner kicks. Other than that, nothing much going her way. Whiting's ground pass up ahead is too long, looking for the run of Peyton Wilkinson. And it comes back to Kabachi. Just about 4 minutes left to go in this opening half. 0-0 the score between Carson-Newman and Trevecca Nazarene. Pair of teams on a 2-match win streak, trying to set the table as they head into conference play. In the middle, it's Escudero. Back to Fiore. Long through ball up ahead. Handled by Pallasdotter. Kim comes back and lays it back to Garber. Up towards Kim. Back outside. Here comes Fend on an overlap. Long through ball, trying to find its way to Buckowitz. Fiore way out of cage. Buckowitz. Looked like she got a handball. This one thrown in on Cage, and it goes in. Super Molly Buckowitz strikes again, and Carson-Newman opens the scoring with 2:49 left to go in the opening half. Get a look on the replay here. Initially blocked by Fiore. And then lifted in by Buckowitz once again. Fourth goal on the season for Buckowitz. All have come in the last 3 contests. A goal against North Greenville, then the brace against King during the week. She breaks the ice late in the first half to make it 1-0. And now Trevecca looking to answer. It's Whiting with some space. Whiting up towards Wilkinson. Flag flies up, and she is offside. Carson-Newman's been trying time and time again during this first half to get that long through ball up to one of its attackers, Buckowitz. Finally able to get there with Fiore, who's been super aggressive off her line. Maybe a touch overzealous that time. As no one back for Trevecca was able to find a way to clear it at the last hour before that one trickled its way in. Pettit swings it back, intercepted by Whiting, one-on-one with Kabachi, and she makes the stop. Dangerous pass from Pettit. An in-swinging ball towards her own box, and Whiting was looking to be Johnny on the spot to find the equalizer. It'll be a corner kick for Trevecca. It'll be Escudero to have it as we hit the 1 minute mark in this first half. With the right foot, Escudero lifts it in. Punched away by Kabachi. Whiting stays with it on the far side. Turns away from one. Hounded by Pettit. Clear failed initially, but Buckowitz stays with it and finds its way to Frick. Flicks it up ahead, and Frick creates her own space on the counterattack. Down in the midfield goes Nielsen. Chance for a throw-in. 20 seconds to go in the first half. And Pettit will slow things down as we head to the final 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, down into the corner. 5, 4, 3, lifted into the box. 1. Just over the head of Kim, and Fend won't have enough time for a final shot as the first half comes to a close. It was scoreless for most of it, but not at the end as Molly Buckowitz finds the back of the net once again. Scoring in the 43rd minute on an awkward chance. Fiore was out of the cage. No one could get back in time, and Carson-Newman will take a 1-0 lead into the half, which has been so dangerous for this team. They are 3-1-2 when leading at the half under Simon Duffy, and 51-5-5 when they score first. Under the tenure of Duffy this season, they are 2-0 in that regard. As we head into the half, 1-0 the lead for Carson-Newman. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time on the Eagle Sports Network. Back at McCowan Field, 40 minutes gone by thus far, 45 minutes to go, and it's 1-0 Carson-Newman. They struck late in the opening half, as we'll take a look back through this first half. Early corner opportunity for Carson-Newman was easily handled. Irish Miles had another chance at around the 12 minutes in. They weren't able to capitalize there. And then the best chance early in the first half came from Kaylee Manners. You saw she just pushed it wide. Best chance so far for Trevecca. And an early start was Bella Fiore, the netminder for Trevecca, was thwarting any long ball that was sent forward by Carson-Newman. Another chance for Trevecca on a long free kick. Easily handled by Kabachi, who had a relatively quiet first half. And then this was the moment that Carson-Newman was able to break through. Buckowitz one-on-one with Fiore, who was out of the net. And Buckowitz on the second time through was able to capitalize with her fourth goal of the season. Made it 1-0. And then moments later, trying to even the tally, was Whiting on the other end. And just making a stop with her leg was Kabachi. Kept it at a 1-0 game, and that's where we stand currently heading into the second half of action. Both these teams trying to extend their win streaks. For Carson-Newman, they've won their last two, as has Trevecca and Nazarene. And you saw a look at the first half stats. Just the one shot overall, not even shots on goal. The one shot from Carson-Newman was that late one from Buckowitz that found the back of the net. 6 shots came from Trevecca Nazarene. 3 were on cage. 2 were off target that were, for most of the half, the best opportunity. One from Noelle Garcia and the other from Kaylee Manners. Both were off target. Kabachi with some relatively easy saves, and then that tough one against Whiting with about a minute left to go. And, of course, Buckowitz, the lone goal scorer so far today. 45 minutes put back on the clock. Players step back onto the field. Some little changes here and there. Buckowitz starts on the bench in this second half as Teskey returns to the field. Krista Nielsen's out there, as is Selena Yude. Felicia Frick. Malia Kim. Palestadter returns to the midfield. She's been playing a CDM role for most of this season. And with Alana Corbett out today, she slid back into the center back role, but a change on the back line as Pettit comes out to start in the wing back. So Fend will slide into the center back role, and Irish Miles will be another wing back. As we are underway in the second half, Carson-Newman begins with possession as Miles has one touched out of play by Rocha. Lifted out of play and a midfield throw-in. Might be seeing a bit more of a switch up here from Carson-Newman in the second half. Talked about the changes at the back line. We'll see if that leads to a more aggressive attack, if that's just leaving 3 at the back, or how they'll work that. Simon Duffy will unveil his hand as this half moves along. Escudero in the midfield. Been strong when she came in towards the back half of that first half off the bench for Trevecca Nazarene in the purple road uniforms. He's number 22 in purple. And as they've done most of this evening, the Trojans have started their play from the back as Miles tracks back to knock that one away. Bouncing around in the midfield. Touched out by Fend as her and Whiting came together. There'll be a throw-in for Trevecca, and it'll be Rocha to have the throw-in. Settled down by Wilkinson. Rocha throws it inwards, headed away safely. Foul in the midfield. That was you drawing the contact. Came from Hannah Case. Garber begins from the back line. Up ahead and back towards Kim. Held along, Nielsen. Back in towards Yude. Closed off and returns towards Fiore, who had a busy first half in terms of defending those through balls from Carson-Newman. The Eagles eventually broke through in the 43rd minute from Molly Buckowitz. Here's Frick with some pressure in the midfield. Takes it away from Hannah Case. Teskey to Yude. Finds some space. Through ball to Nielsen, and she's offside as the flag flies up from the referee. Some great pressure by Felicia Frick. Some strong one-touch passing. Flicked up ahead by Wilkinson. Whiting trying to get on the other end of it. Miles with the good defense. Kicks it out of play. Rocha will have the throw in a very similar spot to where she did just 2 minutes ago in this second half. Cleared away by Fend. Bounds upfield where it's settled down by Wilkinson. Back in towards the mixer. And it's just out of reach for the run of Bradshaw. Kabachi handles. Miles. Her pass off target was looking for Teskey up ahead. Rocha on the throw-in, back to Wilkinson. And it's Haley Wilkinson on the back line. Her older sister Peyton is more in the attacking third. Teskey off the carom, takes it away. Pallasdottir. Through ball up ahead to Teskey. Trying to play it forward, looking for Nielsen or Miles on the other end. Weren't able to connect. Trevecca in search of an equalizer as they were last season. A 1-0 win for Carson-Newman when these two clashed on September 14th. So basically a year ago today. First meeting since 2021 between the two schools. Selena Yude in the 52nd minute with the winner. Good job by Pettit with speed to get back. Handles it out of play, and another throw in for Trevecca. Nazarene. Lifted up into the box. Whiting tries to settle it down. Good defense from Irish Miles. Lifted out of play, and now it was Teskey trying to get on the other end of it. Trying to pressure, and a nifty pass from Wilkinson gets it past the tall Alicia Teskey. On the far side, it's Bradshaw turning around and finding Mitra. Plays it back to center back in Wilkinson, or rather Hainline that was. To the top of the box, it's Escudero. Retreating away, pressured by Pallasdottir. In-swinging ball. Whiting settles it down, trying to play it across to Wilkinson, and it spins a little too much and trickles out for a goal kick. Katie Whiting, the senior out of Gallatin, Tennessee, has been at the heart of some good opportunities for Trevecca as of late. Some shadows starting to creep onto the field. You see them from the light poles as the sun starts to set just a tiny bit more on this beautiful Saturday night from Jefferson City. A sun-splashed Saturday evening, doubleheader, home opener for Carson-Newman men's soccer to follow. Frick with a nifty move. Finds some space in the midfield with Malia Kim, but tracking back to disrupt that play as Escudero. And a long through ball. She's looking for Bradshaw. But getting back there is Garber, and then sliding in with a tackle to push it out of play was Bradshaw. Sets up a throw-in deep in their own third for Carson-Newman. It is Pettit with the throw-in. Three shots on goal for Trevecca Nazarene. Just the one for Carson-Newman. I'm sure Simon Duffy would like more, but he's not going to be upset with what it is on the scoreboard. 1-0, Buckowitz's tally in the 43rd minute, the difference. Another throw-in for Trevecca. And here's another throw-in. This time it switches possession as Irish Miles feeds it into Teskey. Back to Miles and up ahead looking for Nielsen. Pinching in is Wilkinson as Frick plays it up ahead. Nielsen trying to pinch ahead, and Hainline adds some reinforcements. And a foul against Trevecca. Now is Rocha on Teskey. And now here's a pass up ahead from Frick looking for Teskey. A strong job defensively by Haley Wilkinson. Boxing out Teskey. Leads to a throw-in. It settles with Rocha. Just teetering along that line, nearly losing your balance. Flicked up ahead by Escudero. Fend pinching in. Gets possession back for the Eagles. Garber hounded by the pesky Bradshaw, who's been starting to pick up the pace here in the second half, chasing the equalizer for the Trojans. Kabachi across to Fend, and back it goes to Kabachi. Tries to push it up ahead towards Teskey. Her and Rocha come together. Stays with Rocha. Plays it up ahead. Nice block by Miles. It'll create by Fend, and that will create an opportunity for Trevecca. It will be a corner kick. Set up is Hannah Case. With their left foot. In swinging ball, headed on, cleared off the line by Miles. And Nielsen on the charge, picks it up on the near side. Flicked up ahead. Teskey trying to get on the other end of it. Hainline in the right position. Long through ball. Pettit heads it away. Palestador in the midfield. One touch passing to Kim. Up to Frick, and the return feed to Kim with some space. Malia Kim returns it to Teskey. Back to Kim with the right foot, and charging out to block it is Fiore. Still a chance for Carson-Newman. It's played back into the midfield and comes back to Garber. Kim with an excellent chance, and as she has been the whole evening, Bella Fiore, quick off the line, pounces on it and disrupts the chance on what was the best build-up play for Carson-Newman so far this evening. We'll get another look at it here. The one touch flicked along by Teskey. And Kim just not able to elevate it. Strong save by Fiore as Buckowitz returns. Selena Yude comes back out. Throw in along the far side for Trevecca. Nearing the 31-minute mark. Third of the way through the second half. Carson-Newman was looking to double their lead. Strong defensive stop by Pettit. Thwarts that through ball. Kicked out a play by Carson-Newman. Settled down, and now down the line comes Bradshaw, but it trickles out of play. As there's now 30 minutes left to go in the second half. 1-0 the score in favor of Carson-Newman. A goal for Molly Buckowitz in the 43rd minute. And now a long through ball. Brooke Bolton, who's fresh onto the field, creating a 2-on-1, plays it across. Here's Buckowitz again. And it just pops up off her left foot, wayward of the net. Probably had more time to settle that down than I think she was expecting. Bolton came in for Teskey, so changes up front for Carson-Newman. There's Buckowitz with it, turning away, finding some space, plays it across to Kim. Settles with Bolton. Overlapping run from Pettit. With the right foot, low along the ground. With Bolton, can't settle it down. Pops up outside the box, and Whiting is there. One-on-one with Miles. Plays it up the line. Fend rather. Shields it away from the charging Wilkinson. Carson-Newman starting to tilt the pitch in their favor. Some great opportunities as of late. Palestador looking to switch the field. Stops at the midfield logo. Here's Miles. Takeaway by Rocha. pass up ahead is off target. 2 shots in the second half for Carson-Newman. None thus far for Trevecca. Beautiful one-touch outside by Bolton, finds Pettit. Returns to Garber. Lifts it upfield, trying to find Nielsen. Bouncing ball. Kim was trying to come on the other end of it. Kim and Frick have been all over the field for Carson-Newman in this half especially. Palestadter sends it up ahead towards Nielsen. Lays it back to Palestadter. And a return field up ahead to Nielsen is just off target. Cleared only as far as Pettit. Nielsen feathers it across to Kim. Kim with some space on the charge. Kim can't sidestep her way past Wilkinson, and it's cleared out of play. Ellie Leander will return to the pitch. A quartet of subs for Trevecca. Chance for Carson-Newman from an odd angle. It was Buckowitz, and Fiore scoops it up.
Ask the coach, Colin. Ask the coach. Ask the coach for one of their assistants.
Heading off was Whiting, Manners, Bradshaw, and Peyton Wilkinson. Anna Farrell and Noel Garcia returned, as that's played back to Kabachi. Ellie Leander also came back in for Carson-Newman in that chaos of subs. She slots in up front. Cross into the box, and Kabachi climbs the ladder to handle it.
Was there a shot down here last sequence or no? Just a cross?
Irish. So you don't have to keep that in with your head. Just go for it like you're going for it and just let it go, yes? Just kind of settle it down a bit.
Yeah, 2, 21, 27, 24.
Came on.
Yes.
Ellie, stay on! Find Ellie!
Yeah, it was 2, 6, 8, 12.
Ellie, step high, step high. Let's go. Let's go.
He told me 2, but I thought it was 2.
Grace, watch your back.
He said 2 came.
Okay, so
Yeah, do that.
I need you to write down every player on the field for that.
Okay.
Kaylee Manners has also come back in for Trevecca. Played through the back line, and Fend is there. Miles up ahead. Frick plays it up towards Bolton. And it's kicked out of play as Handline was sliding across. Frick charges after it as Mitra plays it towards the back line. And it is sent out of bounds by Fiore as Felicia Frick has been pushing further and further upfield, adding some more aggression.
28, 17, 29. 28, 17, 29, 6, 21, 10,
Manners
24.
stepped out. Some more substitutions coming in. As Laney Callis And Riley Kate Collins come in. Hannah Case and Annie Mitra check out.
Nope, that's right. That's Ian. Push on. Push Ellie on. Love it. Come on, winners. Winners, Irish.
Irish Miles charging in.
Go on, you two. Go on. Good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's go. Let's go, Katie. Ellie, leave her on for Malia. Right. Stay there in that hole. Press, press, press. Yes. Yes. Side. That's a great idea. Beat. Beat. Hey, calm down. You're good. Up. Let's go.
Kabachi with it at the back line. Kim plays it through the back line to Garber. Palace-Daughter through the midfield. There's Kim. Plays it forward. Looking for Leander on the other end. Shielding it away is Witzman. Through ball up ahead to Farrell. Couldn't control it cleanly. Now she's one-on-one with Garber, and Farrell bullies her way through, lets a long shot go, and it goes wide of the cage of Kabachi. Kabachi on the goal kick. Plays it towards the near side with Miles. And the midfield, Wilkinson, who's pushed forward, plays it across, looking for Callis. Instead, it finds its way to Malia Kim. Buckowitz bumped off, and Witzman sends it out of play. Battle in the midfield, pops up ahead. Buckowitz on the charge, and Fiore again, so quick off her back line. Trying to find a pass up ahead. It settles down up to Escudero. Flings it forward. Trying to find the run of Manners, but Miles sees to it. Thumping it up ahead goes Kabachi. Bolton collides with Wilkinson, who's able to feather it between Bolton and Frick for a ball up ahead to Escudero. Back to Collins, and some strong defensive pressure. Leander gets past one and then puts it out of play off of Haley Lennonbringer, who has checked in for the first time this season. Miles plays it back to Garber. Garcia with some pressure. Throw in for Trevecca. Mitra checks back in, takes out Escudero. Bukowitz can't settle it down. Taken back by the Trojans, who are looking for the equalizer with 17 minutes to go. Foul and possession given towards Trevecca. Nazarene. Wilkinson on the free kick. Bouncing ball. Farrell working against Garber. Settles it down just outside the box. Down into the corner with Manners. Trying to create an in-swinger. Has some space. Flicks it into the box. Thrown back in. Farrell and Fenn sees to it to lift it out of harm's way. Witzman returns it back in. Frick springs up. Bukowitz back towards Pennant. Leander fidgets her way around, and Pettit slides it back to Kabachi. Upfield. Battle along the far side, and a foul is called against Trevecca. That one against Laney Callis. Yes. Palestadter was trying to spring a chance the other way. Fend a long ball in, headed down by Bukowitz. Just outside the box, Kim has her shot blocked. Lays it back to Frick. Outside to Pettit. Tries to swing it in with her right foot, has it blocked. Comes back out to Frick from a long way out. Throws one towards the penalty area. Scooped up by Fiore. As you can see in the background, coach bus returning. As there's a foul called. Miles took a tumble down, and so it'll be a free kick. There's a high leg flying up there from Riley Kate Collins. So Fend on the free kick. Pops it up and headed away by Wilkinson. Palestadter charges in, and now Callis plays it back up ahead. Garber with some strong defense on Garcia. And now Miles with a strong tackle out of play, and gives Carson-Newman a chance to set up. Miles pops it ahead. Ellie Leander to some open space, but there's nobody home. Throwing into Garber. Out of play, and Pettit will leave it there as Witzman comes in for the throw-in. Just crossed under 13 minutes to go in the second half. A 1-0 lead for Carson-Newman. Molly Buckowitz with her 4th of the year in the 43rd minute. Through ball looking for Bolton. Sliding over his Hainline to give some momentary closure. Frick, a 1-2. Pops back out. Palestadter to Garber. Now Leander. Settles it to Miles. Frick couldn't control it. As Linenbringer will throw one in. Bolton back towards Frick. Working in a triangle of space. Frick's pass just a little too strong for Buckowitz. Kim came charging in. Cries for a handball. Pettit with a strong touch in. Plays it into the middle with Leander. A whole lot of purple shirts around her. Lays it back towards Frick. Charging in on the near side with the left foot in. Fiore swarms and covers as the run of Buckowitz came into the box. Fiore with the punt upfield. Over the midfield line. Farrell heads it along. Fend pops it up. Pettit skies it out of play. Riley Kate Collins comes out as Escudero returns. Rocha replaces Witzman. Buckowitz, Bolton, and Leander come out as Teskey, Yude, Nielsen comes in place of Leander. So a full change at the front three for Simon Duffy. Change in the midfield and at the back line for Matthias Bello. Kim in the midfield. Plays it out to Palestadter. Heavy first touch. Gives a chance to cover for Rocha. As Pettit with a strong tackle forces Trevecca to reset with a throw-in. Under 10 minutes to go in the second half. Still a 1-0 lead on Buckowitz's 4th of the season that came in the 43rd minute. Long through ball is handled by the charge of Kabachi. Thumps it forward with the left foot. Bouncing ball in the midfield as Rocha flings it forward, and Fenn sends it straight back where it came from. And Hainline will settle it down with Fiore. Fenn to get a good clearance, and there's Frick finding some space in the midfield. Tough pass from Yude, unable to find Nielsen. Callis back to Wilkinson. Hainline switches it over to Rocha. Long through ball, nobody's on the other end, and Kabachi with an easy handle.
Stay with the runners.
Kills some more time before forced to pick it up. Kabachi didn't clear it the best she has done this game. Creates an opportunity as Farrell stays with it. Switches play to the run of Linenbringer. Taken away again, Garcia. Stays with it, and Fend sees to it. And a play. 7 minutes now to go. Garcia leaves it for Linenbringer.
Selena, step up a bit. Step up a bit.
Escudero into the box. Cleared away from outside the box. That goes off target. Looked like it might have been Rocha that took that shot.
Krista, we don't press. Yes, stay. Perfect. Get ready. Let's go. How long? Charlie or Kenny. Come this way. Go on, Alicia. Touch and go. And go.
Teskey lays it across. Nielsen trying to get ahead. Callis came racing back to it.
Yes, Selena. Back post, Irish.
Rocha up ahead.
Get the ball, Let's go.
Foul called as Manners free kick opportunity is Fend will launch one upfield. Off the head of Rocha. Settled by Yude. Charging into the midfield, finds the run of Miles. Miles back into the box looking for Teskey. And it's cleared out of harm's way. Pallasdotter up to Frick. Back outside to Miles. And Teskey. It was a beautiful switch-up play from Carson-Newman to create this opportunity. Teskey into the box. Loose ball. Nobody's there as Fiore and Nielsen came together along with Hainline. Another look at that. Low cross in from Teskey, and there was that ball. Just a whole lot of green turf around it. No white shirts there to pounce on another opportunity. Teskey swung down by Linenbringer. This creates a free kick in a dangerous spot for Carson-Newman. With just over 4 minutes left to go. Free kick into the box, and Fiore climbs up to snatch it out of the air. That was Yude with the in-swinger. Did a good job to make sure that one didn't cross over her line. Iris Pallasdotter heads it down. Frick pops it up ahead. Teskey again one-on-one with Linenbringer. Fiore up ahead. Irish Miles, who's been pesky, gets called for a foul. She was holding off against Escudero. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Clock continues to kick down. This one sent upfield and headed away. Once again, that was Nielsen this time. Teskey shields it away. Nielsen It's upended by Lennonbringer. Miles was looking for Teskey on the through ball. Clock stops as a yellow card is dished out to Bello, the head coach of Trevecca Nazarene, who was disagreeing with how that last interaction unraveled in favor of Carson-Newman. Clock gets going once again. 2:44 left to go. Free kick from just inside the midfield stripe. Fend with the high ball in. And a foul called just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Looked like it might have been Callis as the clock continues to move. A look on the replay. I was looking for Nielsen. Callis and Escudero were there. And so Trevecca pushes their wall over. Yude and Frick outside the half circle of the 18-yard box. A 4-woman wall. Fiore set on the far side post. Frick comes in with the left foot, and it's in! Felicia Frick with what seems to be the dagger on this Saturday night. A set-piece masterclass. Curls it around the wall and past the diving Fiore. And it's 2-0 Carson-Newman with 1:42 left to go in the second half. First goal of the season for Felicia Frick, one of the captains on this team. A beautiful finish. And with all that pressure that Trevecca was going for, you knew they were going for broke. Sometimes you get a little over-aggressive, as on the ensuing kickoff that goes out of play from Wilkinson. As Carson-Newman adds another. Trying to keep their shutout streak alive. Won 5-0 against King on Wednesday.
There you go, Penny!
Cleared up field. Nearing the final minute as Frick takes it away. Plays it over to Molly Buckowitz, who's come back in. Miles just chips it along. It's Teskey with pressure. Leads to a kick out of bounds by Lennonbringer. Simon Duffy yelling for a corner. Knowing exactly what he wants his team to do. Clock stops with 42.5 seconds to go. As Buckowitz in there in the corner with Yude. Throw-in awarded to Trevecca. Long throw in. Farrell pressured by Palastotter and Miles. Just 20 seconds left to go. Throw in down the line to Garcia. Miles with a good slide tackle in. Fend lifts one high in the air that will stay in play as the final seconds tick off the clock. Buckowitz heads to the corner, and Carson-Newman wins 2-0 over Trevecca Nazarene, and their win streak reaches 3 matches. All have come by multiple goals. They now improve to 3-1 on the season. Both goals coming in the late stages of both halves. It was Buckowitz first in the 43rd minute, and then in the 89th minute, off the set piece, Felicia Frick made it 2-0, providing the dagger and giving Carson-Newman a Saturday evening win. in leg one of this doubleheader from McCowan Field tonight. Carson-Newman men's team getting ready to take on Catawba in their SAC season opener. As we look back through this match, there was Buckowitz taking advantage of an over-aggressive Fiore out of the net. Her 4th of the season, and she continues her hot run of form. And then Frick just able to squeak it underneath the dive of Fiore as she wrapped it around the wall. And Kabachi, another shutout for her once again. 2 straight for Berna Kabachi between the pipes for Carson-Newman as they improved to 3-1 on the season. Looking ahead, Carson-Newman will be at home as they will take on Catawba at 5 p.m. on the 17th in 4 days' time for their SAC season opener. And then they're on the road at Coker on the 20th next Saturday, and then against Mars Hill on the 24th. As for Trevecca Nazarene, they'll head on the road, take on West Alabama in 6 days' time to open up GSC play at 5 p.m. Then they're at home 2 days later against Alabama Huntsville, and 5 days later on the 26th of September against Auburn University at Montgomery. So that'll do it for another production on the Eagle Sports Network. Jay West, Ian Johnson running production, Andrew Rogers on stats. Special thanks to everyone else in our crew as we'll say so long from McCowan Field. Carson-Newman improves to 3-1 with a 2-0 win over Trevecca Nazarene. I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long on the Eagle Sports Network.